Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 3rd of May 2024. So Friday already, so that's going to be non-farm payrolls today. But before we get to that, let's have a look at yesterday and kick off with the headlines. US stocks extended on post-FOMC gains. That's obviously due to the QT that Powell talked about coming in June. Stocks resume post-FOMC bid as eyes turn to the non-farm payrolls. They are out today, 1:30 p.m. and the forecast is for a reduction in new jobs from 303 down to 238. But let's have a look at the market's reaction to the post-FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday evening and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we see the market moving higher during yesterday. This happened in the last part of the session though, because if we look a bit closer, you will see the market very quiet and then moving up slightly. But most of the move has happened on the electronic market at 10 p.m. You can see prices moving to the upside there. So interesting that they had to wait until after the market had closed. But I think this was Apple's earnings, if I recall. Apple's earnings were released after the bell. So the market is up as a result of those. In the German DAX, quiet day for yesterday. Market waiting for the non-farm payrolls. Sideways, has been sideways all of the week, as you can see there. And yesterday's 30 minutes is no exception either, where you can see more inside of that sideways move. And again, a bit of a reaction to the announcement last night after the closing bell and on the electronic session. Meanwhile, overnight prices are sitting at the DP and hoping for a good NFP number today to move the markets and continue the move back to the upside, back to those all-time highs. In the S&P 500, similar picture to the Dow, market up there, and in the 30-minute chart, again you can see the move at the 10 p.m. time there. But also what's interesting in the S&P, it's a broader market, prices managing to get above the close. They consolidated before then moving to the upside, and then you've got the close as well at the top there as the market is currently trading, also above the 200 MA, which is useful. And then of course you've got the overnight high to move the market up to. Speaking of highs, the FT100 has put in a new all-time high at 8203.1. This has happened on the overnight market, which you can see there. Prices sideways and then moving up strongly, and again on the electronic session where the highs have been made. So have a look at the US dollar, see how that's faring in anticipation of the non-farm numbers, which will be released at 1:30. So a bit of weakness in the US dollar. I mean, this is about as high as it's probably going to go anyway, and you can see there it's moving its way back to the downside. So let's see how and if this is supporting the metals markets at all. So in silver, this is interesting, isn't it? Look at this volume for yesterday. A lot of volume there at the 62% retracement as well from there back down to there. So we got the current retracement in silver. Is it over? Well, we'll have to wait until we've got the NFP numbers out of the way before I could say yes or no to that one. And we'll soon see when the time arrives. Yesterday, the market continuing to be marked down to 26, as I said in the alert, but a nice cluster of volume there to bring the market back and continuing to hold that position overnight at the DP at the moment. Needs to take out the high before moving further to the upside. Gold, meanwhile, is just stuck in a sideways range, far better position than the silver market, which compare the two charts, sideways in gold and a downtrend in silver, which has affected the gold-silver ratio, which we'll look at in just a moment. So we had a double bottom test, and then the market in the 30-minute chart, same thing, a lot of volume there. That's a very interesting price action at this level, and above the DP for gold as well. So let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. So here's an interesting picture. We've continued to move up. We got as high as probably about 87.90 there yesterday, and down a bit overnight. Up a bit overnight, but down during yesterday there. So looks like still a bit more weakness around in the silver market based on the gold-silver ratio at the moment. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trade, see what's happening overnight in the 2-minute DAX, and then I'll get this uploaded and to you. So yesterday saw the market moving higher, following through on the FOMC meeting minutes from Wednesday evening. Prices then came down, sat at the 200 MA, and the weakness continued before we see we have a bit of a bounce to the upside there, and the market going long, trying to get it back above that 200 MA, which it does do. We've got a potential sell there that wasn't filled, and then the market managing to break and keep moving to the upside for a nice trade there of 30 plus points. And then we had a potential short, the market sitting at that 200 MA, likes that, but eventually it breaks to the downside to the DP, and that would have been an okay area to have taken profits. We've got another bit of support to the left here in this market. So let's continue forward, and you can see the market looking at that and saying thank you, that'll do. And you can also see the green inside of the bar as well, which indicates that there is some buying at this level. So prices then meander throughout the morning until we get to the Dow in the afternoon, where we see prices moving back to the downside, back to the DP, down to the close, and then we had a buy signal again, that 200 MA, this time giving the market grief on the upside, trading sideways, and that 200 MA, interestingly enough, has some selling in this area as well, because you can see the red inside of the green, so they're showing that there is some selling in the market. Prices then just drift, and I would expect the same today as well, to be honest with you, as the market waits for those non-farm payroll numbers. Let's have a quick look at overnight prices for the DAX. That's the daily chart. We're sideways. 2-minute chart. Let's compress the axis so that we can see where we are. And at the moment we're sitting on the DP. We're above a few of the averages, but we're below the 200 MA at the time of recording and the close. We've got the high there and the R1. But what will be interesting is in the daily chart whether we can continue to keep bouncing off this 50 EMA and bringing the market back to those all-time highs. Okay, that will do it for this one. Have a great weekend, and let's see what those numbers are going to be like and how the market's going to react at lunchtime. So with that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next